Don't be a dummy.
That's how we're going to start this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Troll Talk Podcast, episode 7. Today's special guest is none other than the content creation machine. I don't think anybody works harder than him when it comes to content creation. No good average gamer. Or no good, or Joe. How are you, buddy?
Hey.
You have one of the longest fucking Twitch names.
I'm working on changing it. I'm holding off so much.
Why are you holding off?
Because you have to change everything.
That's true.
Like everything that's connected to it, you got to make sure it's all changed. And I just don't have time to sit there and go through everything. I need a day where I can change the name and then I can go through everything that's connected to it. Streamlabs, Stream Elements, all the browser sources, all that stuff. It's going to take some time to make sure everything stays connected.
Well, for people that might not know who you are and what you do, right? I say you're a content creation machine. You're on a lot of platforms. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I like a good margarita in my NA glass or wooden cup. So I always call myself the Midwestern Twitch streamer / YouTuber / content creator. And, you know, I like long walks around brown rivers and indulging in some gas station sushi. So I am a Twitch streamer. I have a couple YouTube channels. I have NoGoodTTV, where I basically just regurgitate the content back onto there, and then I have my No Good Reacts, which is my reaction channel, where I react to music and movie trailers. And then I have my TikTok, which is NoGoodAverageGamer, and that's at like what
53K.
So yeah, I think I just hit like 53K yesterday or something like that.
Yeah.
You
also have No Good TTV on TikTok.
Yes, I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to grow a streamer only TikTok. Yeah, it's not easy to do because what do they call it? Twitch talk or whatever you call it.
Twitch talk is just
Twitch talk.
So inconsistent.
Well, and that's why I'm trying to be consistent with it and just make it all streamer oriented and get all the streaming stuff kind of off my No Good Average Gamer one. And I'll end up changing the name on there.
Yeah.
It's building. It's slowly building. But I mean, it's just one of the things with TikTok is they don't want to see another platform being promoted on there, which is actually the way a lot of them are. Instagram is that way.
Yep.
YouTube's not necessarily so much that way, but YouTube and TikTok, or Instagram and TikTok, are very much. They want to make sure that you're not promoting Twitch or something else on their platform.
Yeah, they don't want you like talking about anything else other than what you are posting on, which it's kind of ridiculous. There's some myths that if you have a TikTok watermark on an Instagram reel, Instagram detects it and makes it do worse and all this other kind of stuff.
They won't make it do worse. They won't push it out.
Yeah. Is that actually like a confirmed thing?
Yes, that's actually true. TikTok does the TikTok kind of does the same thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm also don't make fun of me because I'm literally just getting on everything.
Yeah.
I'm on Clapper as well, which is basically a TikTok ripoff.
Okay.
It's like Kmart TikTok.
Okay.
But they're not as strict with the content. But one of the things is that you cannot have a watermark or they won't push it up. And they straight up tell you, like, hey, we saw a watermark on here. You won't be pushed to the For You page, and so in the long term, don't do this.
That's interesting. And like, do you feel like if you use one of those watermark remover websites that kind of just blur it, does that work on those kind of those kind of social medias now?
So about that, I think it was 2 days ago. Let me pull this up.
Yeah.
I just found, let's see, what's it called? I just found Talk Repost.
Okay.
And if you can see, it's hard to see it. Talk Repost in the App Store. Now, it's $7.99 for a week. Yeah, it's pricey, but the thing that I did,
that's like $35 Canadian.
No.
It's like a down payment on a house. What the fuck?
It's $7.99 a week, which I was like, dude, that's super steep.
Yeah.
But what I did, I paid it for one time, and through this week, I'm going through and finding all the TikToks that I want, that I want to pull off and repost, and I've just downloaded them all, and it's perfect. There's no watermark or anything, so it's just
Like,
it's
does it
clear.
cleanly remove it?
Cleanly
Wow.
removes it, completely gone.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
To kind of get into the podcast, because I do want to talk about your entire social media presence. But before all of that, I want to talk about you. You are a forklift driver by day at Costco, turned into a content creation machine at night. You are a loving family man with kids. What don't you do? Like, do you actually have time for yourself at any point in the day?
This is my time.
Okay.
Did you remember these things, or did you just research this? Be
Where-
honest. Be honest.
Where did you start your content creation?
Be
Because
honest.
doing my research, I found a tweet from way back in 2009 of a very inspirational quote of yours.
Oh my god.
And you can see it pop up called Chillin', Chillin', Chillin'. Can you tell us about the time that you started on Twitter before half the people that watch you on TikTok were even born? Why is Twitter your first social media?
Because I was chilling.
Okay.
I don't remember why I downloaded it. I downloaded it, and then I was like, this is stupid, and I just stopped using it. Like, you can see, if you did that research, you will see that, but then you will see a massive gap.
4-year gap before your next tweet, but I think I have an idea on why you made a Twitter back in the day.
Why?
You used to be part of a band called the Melbourne Drive. And
Oh,
Summer's Gray.
yeah.
Tell me about your band. Because this is why I said I wanted to talk about your singing. Because you have, like, angel pipes when it comes to singing. And you had a band with a few of your friends. And it kind of got reworked, and a couple extra people got brought in and swapped. But tell me about the time that you were in Melbourne Drive and then Summer's Gray.
Where did you find that?
Joe 300Z on YouTube.
Oh my god. Oh my god. How did you find that? I need to go through and scrub my socials.
Tell me about the first song, my friend.
I want to know the negative things that you found about me. I'm sure I know there's a lot of negatives out there.
I'm gonna be 100% honest before we even continue. I didn't find a single negative thing about you. You are a fucking gem.
No, yeah.
13 years ago,
you didn't go to my Facebook, did you?
No, I don't go to Facebook. Facebook is personal. I never touch that. But 13 years ago, you uploaded the cover of My Friend by Melbourne Drive, and it features you for all the videos jumping around a lot while you are the singer. Were you the main singer of both bands?
I was the only singer. It was a pain in the ass to try to get anybody to do backup singing.
Okay.
Like, no, I'm not doing it. Like, well,
People
somebody's got to do it.
People just wanted to play the guitar and the drums and shit like that. But like, you were always known for jumping around in your like Affliction t-shirts, your V-cut shirts, like. Can you tell me about this fashion trend you tried to set in the early 2010s, late 2000s?
That was no, I didn't have that one. I had Archaic. I wore Poor Man's Affliction. It wasn't like Poor Man because they were still like 30 bucks.
Sorry, Affliction styled clothing.
They were still like 30 bucks, but it was literally like the buckle knockoff version of Affliction. It was called Archaic.
All right.
I wore a lot of Archaic.
And V-cut shirts, even though you don't like to admit it.
V-cut? V-necks?
V-necks, yeah.
Oh, I never wear V-necks. When did it? Oh, you got to pull up whatever picture you have with me wearing a V-neck. My buddy.
I don't have a picture of you in a V-neck, sadly. I couldn't get that in time. I totally didn't reach out to people, but
Did you hold on? Did you talk to Joel? Did you talk to Happy Feet? Or did you talk?
Or did you talk to?
Did you talk to Dill? You talked to Dill.
Dill messaged me 5 minutes before this podcast.
Is he in here?
He might be. I don't know. But big shout out to Dill for the YouTube channel. I'll say that. Tell me about why the band started.
Oh, why the band started?
Yeah, why all your bands started. Because we can talk about the meme clothing and everything you did like that, but you started a band. Tell me about it. What was the inspiration?
All right. I loved music all through. Hold on, I was gonna do something. I'm very scatterbrained.
Yeah, so am I.
Very scatterbrained. So I'll go off in all different directions if I don't finish what I was doing. What
That's
I wanted to do
perfectly
was
fine.
pull up your stream and host
Well, I
real
appreciate that.
fast. Host. Now you're hosted.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Well, I mean, helps me too. I mean, it gets
Yeah.
my people to look
hear.
and go, "Oh yeah, I forgot he's doing this today." So why did I start? I loved music ever since I was a wee little nooblet. Boys to Men.
Yep.
I grew up on Boys to Men. And then it was you want to hear this? You want to hear this timeline?
I want to hear how it jumps.
Oh yeah. All right, here we go. Boys to Men is what got me into music.
Okay.
Loved it as a little nooblet.
Okay.
And then I went into Backstreet Boys.
I've seen them
NSYNC.
live.
Have you?
New Kids on the Block and Backstreet Boys together in a concert.
Oh my. Oh yeah, they did that tour.
Yep. I saw them in Toronto live.
That's funny. You know, I guess I could say New Kids on the Block was one of them as well.
Yeah.
My sisters were big into them. I only knew a couple of their songs though. But that's as a kid, I feel like you only know a couple of the songs.
I only know
It's
the
not
chorus.
until you get older. It's not until you get into your older years where you start listening, you start branching out.
Yeah.
But then again, also back when I was younger, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Yeah, so I don't know if you even know the days of it being hard to get music. Nowadays, it's super easy. You can find
I
whatever you
grew
want.
up on LimeWire.
See, I was before LimeWire.
Yeah,
before
you were on your
Napster.
Walker, man, with a CD, just that big
Walkman.
thing, or Walkman, sorry, just walking with it in your hand because it didn't fit in your pocket, unless you were wearing a really baggy hoodie.
Yep. Oh, no, they had clips on them, man. You just clip them to your pants.
Oh, you got a clip one?
They had clips on them.
The only one I've ever seen, like, in person never had a clip on the back, unless it broke.
I don't know.
I
mean,
don't know.
I started off with a cassette Walkman and then went into the disc player. I don't know what you call that. Is that a Walkman?
I don't
CD
know.
Walkman? No.
Portable CD player, just call it that.
So, anyways, it went from that to like Corn.
That's a big jump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. In middle school is when I started really getting into like Eminem, but then Corn and Limp Bizkit, because they had just come out. And then it went into I became obsessed with Slipknot.
I respect it.
Let me tell you how I was at Hot Topic one day and I saw a little demo cassette tape of this band called Slipknot, and they're all in orange jumpsuits, and it was free. And I was like, this looks awesome. I'm going to take it. And I think it had like 2 or 3 songs on it. And I played that thing over and over until their album came out. So that was when they were like just on Ozfest, not even known.
Yeah.
So I became really obsessed with them, got into even heavier stuff. But then now, as I'm older, I like it a mix of everything.
Yeah.
I'm into such like most of my stream list that I play when I'm streaming is rock bands doing covers of like pop songs, old rock songs, country songs, things like that.
I respect
because
that.
I
like
love that kind of music and I like the variation of it.
No, I love covers as well, like especially if they're done right. Because some covers are terrible. Some covers ruin the original song. Some covers blow that original song out of the water.
Yeah.
Like it all depends on really who you listen to, what kind of band is covering what kind of genre and stuff like that. Like you're not gonna have a rock band cover like a blues song kind of thing. Sometimes it works though. I have definitely heard some rock songs get converted into a more pop style and it's worked. I have one cover of Smooth Criminal from Michael Jackson on my phone, and I can't remember the name of the band.
Is that Alien Ant Farm?
Ant Farm does sound familiar.
Oh, wait, no.
I'm scrolling to find it really quick.
That's Annie, Are You Okay? Whatever, is that what the song's called?
Yeah, Smooth Criminal.
Okay?
Oh, Alien Ant Farm.
Yeah, that is Smooth Criminal. Sorry,
that's
my bad.
literally the song I have on my phone.
Yeah,
that cover I honestly enjoy more than the original, and I know a lot of people will probably hate me for that because it's Michael Jackson, but I don't know. It's a little rock cover of a pop song, and it works.
People don't realize how much production value has increased over decades, the last few decades, and how things are recorded and how enhanced everything is and how much better everything sounds because we've learned how to double things and just do all sorts of crazy stuff within the softwares.
Yeah.
But I think to get back to your question, because I know we're just gonna tangent.
Oh,
off
we'll
on this.
tangent a lot here.
So it was in middle school. Yeah, it was in middle school that I was playing guitar a little bit, and I
Mhm.
sucked at it. And I wanted to start a band, so like we half-ass started a band, and then I was always singing, but I wasn't that great. I was in choir like all through school,
Okay.
elementary, things like that. But like being a rock singer was never anything that I thought I could do, and then I started doing it.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, we molded together, and I was in bands on and off for like 10 years. I had one band when MySpace was around, and that band was called Elemental, and it was the number one rock band in Indiana on MySpace for a week. So I mean that's just it's based on the plays.
Yeah. That's an achievement. You were one of
I thought that
3,
was
and you were the
cool.
top.
That was like my early 20s, and that was super cool. But then my guitarist left because the producer that did our album took them on tour with him
Oh God.
because he had a successful band that he was going on tour with,
Yeah.
big name bands, Five Finger Death Punch, 10 Years, things like that. Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And looking back, I was super pissed, but now as an adult, I'm just like, yeah, that was a smart decision.
Oh, 100%. But back in the day, you just don't really like understand the aspect of it when you're just starting, kind of thing. But now that you're an adult, like you've been around the whole business side of it and stuff like that too, or just business in general, and you've matured, you're gonna understand why they did that. And at the time, that was probably one of the best decisions that they could have done.
Yeah, to hook up with an established band rather than trying to become established, that was definitely the smart decision. I think we could have done some things, so we had a lot up our sleeves. But
Melbourne Drive
um,
is the first one that I've been told about.
so was it no Elemental was the first band that really did something.
Yep.
Soul Sick was one. That's one that nobody in socials knows about because that was before I even did any socials.
Mm-hmm.
But and that was like a Christian rock band.
Okay.
It was metal. It was metal. It was all out screamings.
Yep.
But it's it was a Christian rock band. I came into the band. It was already established. And then I also said that I would never do that again. It just restricts you too much.
Yeah.
Good intentions, good heart just restricts you way too much.
Okay.
So then that band disbanded. We put together Melbourne Drive. That's the road that I actually grew up on.
Mm-hmm. I figured that was the
Yeah.
the meaning behind the name.
We put that band together, and that band did a lot of good things. But that was also in the era of going from recording analog to digital.
Yep.
So we didn't have all the devices at our grasp.
Mm-hmm.
It's so amazing because it's like if I had the opportunities that I have now, if I had them then, it'd have been so different.
Because what I'll say is, here's the link to the first video from that channel
God.
if people want to check it out. Oh, I have your stream frozen. That's my bad. Oops. There we go. We're good now. But yeah, that's the link to my friend on the Joe 300 channel, or Joe 3000Z.
Oh my God.
From 13 years ago. So if anybody wants to go down a little nostalgia trip with No Good here, feel free to click that link before he deletes that whole channel when he finds the login. But
you know what? I couldn't delete it because I couldn't remember the login, and we couldn't figure out because we wanted to scrub it long years ago. We wanted to scrub it.
Yeah.
And we couldn't scrub it. We couldn't log into it.
Yeah. And now look, it's still up.
It's
I
still
got
there.
told about it by your good old friend Dill, who ended up joining you in Summer's Gray.
Mm-hmm.
And he said when he first met you, he thought you were gonna be an uber douche, quote for like word for word, an uber douche. But after your first band session, you mentioned Star Wars, Batman, and Deadpool, and at that moment, he knew that you and him were gonna be good friends. Tell me about your first impression of Dill.
Star Wars. I've never been a Star Wars fan.
He said Batman or Star Wars or Deadpool. And I
I've
do have a photo
never.
of you in a Deadpool apron, so I believe you did talk at least about that. But
I love Deadpool. I love Deadpool. What was it? Batman. I love Batman. I have never, uh, and I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I've never been a fan of Star Wars,
neither have I.
and it's because I never watched it as a kid. I hated space stuff as a kid. Now as an adult, I love space stuff.
Okay.
But I tried to go back and watch the original Star Wars because I'm like, I need to get into this because I'm missing out. I couldn't do it. It's so bad.
The only Star Wars I've watched is the Han Solo film. That's a really loud motorcycle outside. Yeah, the only Star Wars film I've watched is the Han Solo film, and it was all right. Like, but I didn't really understand anything. But at least it was like a backstory about him, so it's just I didn't need to really know anything beforehand. Of course, I knew who Chewbacca was, but other than that, it was just a movie.
What a Wookiee!
What a Wookiee! Oh my goodness, Mistress Graves, you're getting a little special shout out during this recorded podcast. I usually just ignore all follows, but you are a gem. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. But tell us about Summers Gray, because there's a lot more videos on that channel of you performing with Summers Gray over you performing with Melbourne Drive.
Summers Gray was more of a mature one though. We learned a lot, and we fought a lot in Melbourne Drive. There was a lot of one of our buddies was a big alcoholic.
Okay.
So when we went in to do one of our recordings for Melbourne Drive, I ended up at one point grabbing him by the throat and picking him up against the wall. He's like 5'2", 5'1".
And you also work out, and I don't know if you did at this time, but like you're strong. I
was mad because he was super hammered, and when he got like super hammered, he would be belligerent. You couldn't stop him from doing anything. He jumped on my guitarist's car and he cracked the windshield.
Hammered?
At that, yeah.
Same day.
Yeah, same day. And so I was basically like, I'm the one here taking this seriously. Get your shit together because we're not gonna do this.
That's fucking ridiculous.
But he's clean now. He's
good.
been sober. He's doing really great for himself. Like he's doing really well for himself.
It was like one of those kind of. Would you say that was a turning point for them, or was there a point later on in the future? Of course, you don't have to get into it, but like, did you witness that turning point for them, and are you still friends with them now?
I'm still friends with him. He moved out of our state to another state, and works out there. So I never see him anymore, except maybe on special occasions. But I'm trying to think of the last time I even saw him. To be honest with you, I think it might have been at our buddy's funeral. But
oh shit,
yeah, I don't know.
That's interesting.
I don't remember.
So Melbourne Drive just had a lot of fights between you and the band members. Well, mainly due to circumstances like that.
It was dumb stuff. It was always dumb stuff.
And then you said that Summers Gray is more mature.
We had definitely matured. We knew more. Like my singing had gotten better. The guitarists were more. They were better. They were more
experienced.
Yes, thank you. That's the word. Experience. We had more of the equipment and software to record our practices and things like that.
Yeah.
Not with a cheap ass JNC. I don't know what it's called. A camera.
Oh, hell if I know.
But yeah, so we had a lot more going for us then, and we knew how to write songs better.
Yeah.
Didn't write them great, but we wrote them better.
You wrote them better.
We wrote them better. But that band, we had a lot of opportunity going. My marriage at that time.
Yeah.
Was a big old doo-doo hole. And she basically forced me to quit.
That was my next question too, is like, what happened to that band? Because it seemed like you did have a lot of good things going with it. And I know on Sunday, to put this in perspective, we've been raising money for charity all week for anybody listening on YouTube or Spotify. We've been raising money for NAMI, National Alliance on Mental Illness, all week, and No Good was actually one of the special guests on our 24-hour stream where we discussed mental health, and No Good did go into a little bit of detail about a previous marriage. Of course, I don't want to get into that now because this is more about getting to know you on the better side, because you're a hell of a lot better outside of that marriage. But yeah, to give everybody a little bit of an aspect, if you want to see that, go to the Twitch channel. There is a highlight that is 4.5 hours long with all 15 streamers that were on the stream. And you can listen to each of their stories, and I do hope that one of them at least clicks with you, and you can take one piece of advice if you are going through a tough time. Back to the discussion about why the band ended up splitting.
Oh, hold on. This must be an emergency. Give me just a second.
No worries, no worries.
Hello?
You mute yourself if you want, or I'll mute you.
Oh, he's ready. He's ready. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Okay. All right, love you, bye.
Edit these because they're fun to do them live, and you get to see the real side, the unedited side. So if you're seeing this on YouTube or hearing this on Spotify, hi. Back to it.
But
I hope that emergency was clear.
She knows that I'm doing this, so she wouldn't have called me if it wasn't super important.
No,
but she needed to know if my son. Yeah, she just needed to know if our 1-year-old needed to eat.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, he's ready. She's been gone most of the night, so
yeah.
Okay. Well,
band.
What's that?
Why the band ended up splitting?
Yeah, so I mean, it was basically that. It was it wouldn't have happened that way if I hadn't had a son with her. But you know, she basically we fought to the point where I was like, my only option is to just quit. So
yeah,
even though I was only going to band practice twice a week for like a couple hours, it was still a huge fit. So it was easier just to quit and not deal with that negativity hanging over me, which was a bummer. It was a massive bummer. And then the band just kind of dwindled apart from there. They tried to keep it going, but
they
didn't get very far. And Dill wasn't. Dill was only in it for like there was a second round of people that came in. Dill was in there. We wanted to change our sound. Dill didn't like the way the sound was going. And he pieced out, which we were fine with because we were like, this is literally like artistically not working because you're not doing the same style that you want to do.
Yeah, of course.
So
it's one of those tough choices, but you just got to accept it.
Yeah. So I mean, we did what we could, and then I quit, and they just kind of dwindled apart.
Do you think under like optimal circumstances you would have one last session with them?
Oh yeah. I wanted to go into the studio and record some of our old material now because the studios are better.
Way better.
And we know what we're doing, and we could do some things from home as well. I just couldn't get anybody to do it. Nah. Couldn't get my old guitarist to take the time to do it.
Well, we got one in chat. If you ever need to link up with somebody, Metal Dad in chat does play guitar from time to time. So
Metal Dad
87. But
nice.
To swap to a new topic, a few years down the road after you made your first Twitter post of chillin', the most inspirational thing I've ever seen on Twitter. Tell me about the time you were selling health products in 2013 and why you were so obsessed with trying to get people to join you on that on Twitter. Because
was it Mana V or was it the Raps?
I saw a post about the Raps. I saw a few posts about the Raps, including your midsection that I didn't want to pull up for not getting flagged on Twitter or on Twitch for sexual content because it's like just abs, and then that would be the focus of the stream. But you have a tweet from 2013 that's like, if anybody wants to sell health products that are actually good for you, hit me up. This is like your third tweet on the account.
It's because my ex-wife started selling it and I wanted to make money.
I don't blame you on that.
I wanted to make money, so I was trying to help her.
Now, how long have you been, like, outside of the selling products, how long have you actually been in, like, the health and fitness field? How long have you been interested in?
Senior year of high school.
So what was that, 84 years ago?
Yes. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. You asked my age, so.
Can you hear that when I do that?
No.
No? Okay.
No. Don't think you have it routed properly. You're trying to play a button on your stream deck.
I'm about to route it. I'm about to route it right now, to be quite honest with you.
I love it. I love it. But you've been in it since senior high school, so I would assume at least over a decade.
Bitch!
that worked, didn't it?
Yep. Oh, Jesse Pinkman, how I love Breaking Bad. Bitch! But
Oh man, I'm gonna have fun tonight.
1-800-BIG-BALLS.
is that your hotline? Tell me about how you got into it in senior high school and how it's affected your life to this day.
Oh my god, how I what?
How you not your big balls. Tell me about how you got into the health and fitness industry in a way back in senior high school and how it's affected your life to this day.
Senior high school. My year in senior high school. So I am 5'10".
Okay.
Give or take a little bit there.
Mm-hmm.
About 5'10". I was over 200 pounds with no muscle.
Okay.
So I wasn't like fat, but I was pudgy.
Yeah.
I was a pudgy child.
I feel that.
All growing up, my whole family is overweight. And I was kind of going down that road. My senior year of high school, they put me in weightlifting class.
Okay.
And I tried to get out of it, but there was nothing that I wanted to take that would have superseded that.
Yeah.
So I just stuck with it and went through it and made us run a mile every morning or every day before we started.
Yeah.
And then we were lifting weights and I started losing weight. And then I started looking up diets and working on a million different diets because back then you didn't know what to look for. And it was a spiral. I just kept going. As soon as I graduated, I got a membership at a gym and I was hitting it then. It wasn't until after my wedding after my divorce that everything changed. I grew a beard.
Yeah.
I grew a beard for the first time in my life ever. And I put on like 30 pounds just working out and eating right and just hitting everything hard.
Yeah, you bulked up.
Yeah, I bulked up. And now I'm over 200 pounds with muscle.
Do you feel
confident?
confident?
Do I feel what?
Do you feel confident where you are right now?
No.
No?
Because for the last year, I've been sitting on the couch with my baby.
Fair.
He's needy. So I'm trying to dial everything back again. I'm trying to get back into it as hard as I was.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the streaming and the content creation became my focus after my family. I mean, my family and then creating content.
Yeah.
Plus I don't sleep enough because as you probably know, when you do this, you don't get sleep. And I feel like
sometimes you oversleep and you just hate it. Because like your body just forces you to stay asleep. I think when was it? Like 2 days ago, because I did that long as fuck stream and I was just losing sleep over prepping for it. I fell asleep at like 2 a.m. I woke up at 2 p.m. My alarms were set for like 10 a.m. And I hated the fact that I slept 12 hours because I'm like, I just lost like 6 hours of progress.
Ooh,
and I felt so far behind, but then I realized like I wasn't because I was ahead of my own schedule because of all that previous work I did. Now, I have realized I'm behind on a couple things, but not like the mandatory things, if that makes sense. Like the additional stuff that I want to do, but I could take like a little extra time to get to. And you as a content creator, you know that there are some things like that over others. Like some stuff just prioritizes your time over other stuff. And you only have 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But with you... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'd say YouTube is probably the worst one out of all of them because of all the editing. The editing just takes forever.
Yep.
And I just don't have I do all my editing on my phone. I don't do any of it on my computer because I don't have time. I don't have time to sit here and do it.
Even your reaction content.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All the reaction content is edited on my phone. So like I'll be at the gym on the treadmill. I'll have the incline up and just editing.
So you're telling me that your TikTok with over 10 million views was edited from your phone?
Yeah.
You're telling me that your
hold on. That one was just a straight video though.
I know, but still. You didn't do anything to it.
I did edit it. I put it into KineMaster and I cut it down. So because if you know anything about TikTok, they like short videos because people's attention span is this. So I edited it. I cut out.
Anyways.
I cut out all the gaps and I made it. Jesus Christ, bitch.
But you have a TikTok with over 10 million views. Your Reacts channel it deserves way more subscribers because your Reacts content is actually really fucking good. But like your fourth or fifth video reacting to the Elvis Presley trailer, right? That has over 2,000 views, I believe. And for a channel with 50 subscribers, that's a fucking lot because that hit the algorithm.
I think that was maybe 4,000 views.
4,000, 5,000. I can't remember if it was 2 or 4. I just said the lower one to make it sound like
I was
still
pumped
right.
to see that it did that well.
It did really fucking well.
And I don't know how, but I mean, people just must have, like, once they heard that movie was coming out, they just started searching for it.
Yeah, they saw your face. They saw you just watching it, and then you noticed Tom Hanks instantly, like in a fat suit.
Yeah.
Like you paid attention to detail, and I think that's why it did well, because it caught viewers' attention, and they ended up watching the whole thing because you didn't do a lot of jump cuts with it. You didn't make a 30-second trailer into 10 minutes. Right, you just did a genuine reaction to it, and I think that's what gave it its popularity. Now, of course, there is luck when it comes to algorithms in general. You can only know so much about them, but you hopped on a trend with your 10 million video, or your TikTok that hit 10 million views, almost 1 million likes on it, about how a blowjob can heal a broken heart. You post engaging content across all your socials, but before all of that, you were trying to get engagement on your Twitter posts when you were constantly tagging Battlefield in every single tweet you did for like 6 months straight.
Was I pissed?
It seemed like it. It seemed like you just wanted their
attention. It must have been the launch of Battlefield 4, and it took them a year to get it fixed. EA, you're trash.
Was Battlefield your favorite game series back in the day?
Yes, Battlefield 4 is amazing, but it took them a year to fix that damn game. And then I was so pumped for the new one. 2042
is shit!
It looks so amazing, and it's such garbage. EA, what have you done? It should have been a no-brainer. Just do what you did on Battlefield 4, but make the graphics better. What did you do?
As a person, like, I am a Call of Duty fanboy through and through, but I was super hyped for 2042 after playing the beta. I'm like, okay, pre-release, basically like an alpha. It's gonna get upgrades, and it's gonna come out in like 3 months, right? Yeah. It's gonna fix everything that the community's talking about. Most of the bugs, because it will still have bugs on release. No, it felt like a free trial still that cost $80. It was shit on release, and it still is.
EA shit in a CD case and sold it. So
yep. And did you hear that EA is trying to sell themselves to Disney again?
What?
Yeah. EA tried to get bought out by Disney. Disney said no.
They tried to sell?
Yeah, they tried to sell to Disney. And Disney said no. And now I think it's like now again they're like preparing, or they're about to sell to, or try and sell to Disney again. More than likely, Disney's gonna just say no. I don't know. I feel like they're trying to follow in the steps of how Activision acquired Blizzard. But that's not a role model step to do after the allegations from Blizzard and, you know, everything that happened. But that's a different story for a different time.
I don't know, man. I played Battlefield 5 for a while, and I liked it.
Yeah.
Even with all its bugs. But then it got to the point where it was just so buggy, it was almost unplayable.
Yeah.
And then Modern Warfare came out.
Yeah.
Switched right over.
Which I want to get to here in a little bit, but we're about halfway through of my topics. And for people that watch these podcasts and listen to them, they know that we like to do a couple segments on top of the photos that I share, right? Which you've seen a couple of them so far. And it seems like at least a couple of them have caught you off guard. Don't worry, I got more. But I have 20 questions to get to know you a little bit better. Just rapid fire based on your, well, it's not based on your interests, but it's to figure out what your interests are. And if you want to build a conversation on any of them, feel free to do so. But I want to start off with what your favorite day of the week is. 42.
What?
42. The meaning
42?
of life in the Marvel universe. Damn.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm sorry.
My favorite day of the week. Oh, It's either Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
And
Favorite.
by the way, I have a gum addiction, so
Oh. Where is it?
I literally have a gum addiction. I don't know if it's because I smoked when I was younger, or if I just always have to have something juicy in my mouth. But
Bitch!
God damn it! You know, just because you mentioned that, I like
you had to make
chewing
the
gum.
sound.
It's a distraction. But favorite city in the U.S. besides the ones that you've lived in?
Oh, wow. So we went to Myrtle Beach for our wedding in
Mhm.
October, and that was gorgeous. I really liked it. Um, I went down to Kentucky, and there's something about waking up in the mountains and having the morning dew and like the cloud coverage like surrounding you.
Yeah,
And we were like literally just staying in a shack. It was just gorgeous waking up to that. I like nature views.
that's fair. I mean, you do say you are from the Midwest, so it does make sense. Like, it's not heavily based around cities and stuff like that. It's more just land.
I'm
That's all
not
it is.
I'm not a partier.
Mhm.
I'm not huge on like going out and getting drunk and partying. I like good music. I like going to concerts. But my wife used to drag me out, and now as she's gotten older and she doesn't like doing it, she goes, "Now I see where you're coming from." Like, yeah, dude, I don't got time for this crap.
That's fair.
I don't have time to get drunk and feel like ass.
I mean, I'm gonna be doing that this weekend. Favorite holiday?
Ooh, Halloween.
I like it. I mean, speaking of Halloween, that story I want to talk about is your gender reveal for your baby, your newest one.
Yeah,
Did it through a pumpkin. That was
yeah.
kind of cool. I saw that photo.
I carved it too.
That's awesome. How did that start? Before we continue with the rest of the questions, what gave you the inspiration to do a Halloween themed gender reveal?
Halloween is both of our favorite holidays,
Okay.
and we were kind of like, we can have a Halloween party and make it a gender reveal at the same time. And so we're like, that's what we'll do. That's amazing.
Yeah, simple explanation, but it works really well, and the photos came out fucking amazing.
Yeah. We were supposed to have an actual photographer there, but she couldn't make it.
Oh shit.
So we just had family members take pictures.
They still turned out really well. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Pink Ranger.
You are like the fifth person to say that. And I did a lot of these that are not recorded, but
Hold on. Okay. So, Jessica Rabbit. Does that count?
you could say that.
Yeah, I would. Okay, we'll go Jessica Rabbit, and then
Pink Ranger.
then Pink Ranger. Every time I see a woman dress up in Jessica Rabbit,
Every time I see a woman,
just like stop.
I'm married.
It's like the pants get tight every time. It
Every
doesn't
time.
matter.
Place you want to
You're
travel
messing
to
with
the
my
most.
childhood. What's that?
Place you want to travel to the most.
Ooh, Australia.
Okay. Cake or pie? Which one you having on a cheat day?
Pie.
Favorite ice cream flavor? I hear the M wants to come out.
No. Well, I mean, there's a mocha one that I really like. Yeah, we'll go with like a chocolate mocha.
I was gonna say mint.
No, absolutely not. I
Podcast
hate
is ending.
mint.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night because this man has no taste. Anyways.
I hate mint.
Wow.
I'm chewing mint gum, but
Mhm.
it is what it is.
Have you ever worn socks with sandals?
No, not unless it was when I was younger. I make fun of everybody that does.
I was about to say your wife would make fun of you if you wore it, wouldn't she?
Yeah, she probably would.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how good at you at keeping secrets?
Oh, 10.
Anybody who says 10 is lying. I stand behind that. You cannot tell me that you haven't told a secret to your wife.
If I don't feel like she needs to know about, like,
Yeah, but no, I get that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like you go and expose every single secret that somebody tells you to your wife.
right?
Right? But I'm saying like
I mean-
in those situations that she could know, but you know she isn't going to tell a soul either because it's not like a too deaf secret.
I feel like we're kind of one together.
Yeah.
So that doesn't count.
That's a 9. That's a 9. That's the right answer. Anybody who is married knows it. Yeah, your secret's safe with me and the wife. Simple
Yeah,
as
okay.
that.
Okay, we'll go with 9.
I know the married people in chat right now will agree to that too, and anybody listening will also agree.
You
Big
know, I
Dog
do a
just
lot of.
go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
I
no, no,
mean,
no, no. You go. You go.
I do a lot of stupid stuff. But I always pride myself on having pretty good common sense.
Yeah.
And being able to have people talk to me.
I mean, what people can't see is just Capri wanting to lick you off cam right now. But I
Oh, yeah. I was like, what?
But big dogs or small dogs?
Big.
I like it. I like it.
I have a Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Your dog is fucking gorgeous. What's your favorite car currently?
I want my favorite car or practical or
Whatever you
one
want.
that I could get or like a dream car.
Dream car.
I don't know.
Because if you're a car guy, you have to have one for each. Practical and dream.
Practical would be like a Charger.
Okay.
I really enjoy those. And I had a Chrysler 300, which I mean, when you think about it, it's the same, kind of the same vehicle.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind having a Jeep.
Okay.
A Wrangler.
Okay.
That's way out of my price range. Those things are salty, and with me like needing it to be like top notch, like it's raised up everything.
No, I feel that.
That'd be nice. Wouldn't mind a GTR though either.
R35, baby Godzilla. I love it. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Pizza. Depends. Is it gonna get me fat? Is it gonna make me gain weight?
If I
eat it all the time?
I plead the fifth because my next question is pizza or pasta.
Pizza.
Giving or getting presents?
Ooh, I really enjoy giving,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the kind of person that cannot wait. I don't ever wait until Christmas. I don't ever, unless it's my kids. I make the kids wait. But like with my wife, like as soon as I get it,
here you go.
Yeah,
it's like October 15th. Here's a Christmas gift.
Yep.
Favorite video game series of all time?
Oh,
you want to say Battlefield?
I want to say Battlefield. I'm still gonna say Battlefield because I had so much fun on Battlefield 4.
Okay,
it's not even funny.
I can respect it. At what age do you want to retire?
Now.
That's the cliche answer.
Honestly,
that means retire from content creation.
Oh,
like everything.
Oh, God, I don't know. I couldn't imagine not doing anything else. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't imagine sitting around and doing nothing.
I understand that.
I'm sure when I turn 65, I'll feel differently.
Probably. Dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Dark.
Good answer. LA or New York?
Never been to either one.
Which one would you go to first?
I don't have a desire to go to either one. I hate traffic.
New York is terrible.
I've heard, so I don't know people, or I haven't heard people that live in New York talk about it or live near New York talk about it, but I have heard people that live in or near LA that talk about how much of a shithole it is. It's like a one time you visit and and you don't want to be there anymore.
So you'll say New York then, I'm guessing. What you'd rather visit first?
LA.
Okay. I'll say this. As somebody from Toronto, I went to New York. It felt like Toronto. I was guiding my friends who live there around.
Really?
I looked at a map and I'm just like, oh, it's there. All right. And I just walked through the streets like I knew where I was. It just felt at home. Like I felt downtown Toronto.
Really? That's crazy.
It was so weird. And my buddies did not understand like why I felt like that. And I'm just like, big buildings, lots of attractions, lots of people, lots of stupid shit.
Was it a lot of homeless people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm always curious if it's the way that the media and movies make it seem.
So let me say this. Toronto has more homeless people. Swap that in New York, you have rats. Like, rats will just run right in front of you.
That's insane.
Yep. The first one I saw, I was just like, hey, look, it's you. And, like, to my friend. I got slapped.
Master Splinter.
Master Splinter. We talked about TMNT earlier too. What's your favorite
Yeah,
clothing brand? Plug them.
Into the AM.
There we go.
Go to
IntoTheAM.com.
.com/NoGood10 to get 10% off your order. And actually, they're doing a site-wide 25% off right now through Memorial Day.
Does your code stack on top of that 25?
I don't think so. They haven't told me, but I don't know.
Look at that
But-
t-shirt.
But
That's a dope shirt.
if you go to intotheam.com/NoGood10, then it will at least show them that I'm sending traffic to the website, whether you
Do it. Whether you purchase something
you
or not,
order
it
or not.
helps. It
But
helps.
the fit's awesome, and it's super comfy.
There we go. Final one. Scale from 1 to 10. How good at you at trivia? General knowledge.
Depends on what the trivia is. So we'll
General
go with
knowledge.
5.
We'll test that later on the final section
Yes!
of
I love
this
trivia.
podcast.
I'm not great at it. It depends on what it is, but
I'll say this. If there's anybody's score that you want to know beforehand, I'll let you know when we get there. But
do you do the same ones?
I do the same questions besides 2, technically 3. Because they're catered to your interests. That I have found out through research. Now, I want to talk about how a lot of people knew you IRL before you started streaming as a family man and a goofball.
Mhm.
You are the same on stream as you are off stream, according to your wife. But speaking,
Wait, what? When did you talk to my wife?
oh, it's a video on your Instagram. But
I
it's
was
from your
like-
stream. It's from your stream. I didn't reach out to her. I should have. It would have been funny, but I didn't. But I do want to talk about the relationship between you and your wife, Marissa, and how you proposed to her
yeah,
while she was in the middle of a bodybuilding competition.
yeah, bro. That's the way to do it.
Tell us about you singing Falling in Love with You and proposing to her on stage mid-performance.
Well, it went a little bit something like wise men say. What's that?
It cut out when you said man. It was like wise bet.
Yeah, it's because of the way that
sucks.
Well, you have to set the Discord to certain things if you want to do high pitch stuff like that. So what do you want to know about it?
I want you to just walk us through that story. Like, what happened behind the scenes, why you did it that way, what made that moment so special to you?
So we personally know the people that were running the show.
Mhm.
And everybody knew that she was doing the show. And I was talking, the lady, it's a man and a wife, and I was talking to the lady about rings, because she was trying to help me like where to go to get a ring. They're filthy rich, so I didn't go to where they told me to go.
Yep.
But I was like, I'm just trying to figure out where I want to propose. And I had the idea in my head, but I got her to say it to me. And she was like, why don't you do it at the show on stage? We can get you on. I was like, oh, you can do that. And she's like, yeah. And so I just started plotting out everything that I wanted to try to do. I knew I wanted to sing to her. That was a song that was kind of prominent around the house. I was singing it all the time.
Yep.
And so I sang to her. Now, every time she cried, it made me cry.
And
I
I
started
stop crying
choking.
mid-song. It was funny.
Yep. I started choking during the song, like, ugh, and my pitch would just be off. It was horrible.
No,
Every time I watched that video, I was like, oh, jeez.
If you guys want to see the video, make sure to go to his TikTok or his Instagram because it's on both. But you propose to her while she's on stage, like she's got the tan oil on. She's like literally mid pose flexing, and then she hears you. Why? Like you just start, and she looks over and starts smiling right away. Do you think at any point she had any clue that you were gonna propose before you dropped down on one knee?
No. No. She knew as soon as I came out. So she knew as soon as I came out. But she was mad at me beforehand, though, because I had to work that day. She wasn't mad about that. But I went home and I was like prepping everything. I was
Mhm.
like going over things and prepping, and she was texting me, and like I wasn't really responding to her too much, and like she got mad at me because she thought that I would have been there earlier,
Mhm.
and she's like, "You weren't with me all day. I thought you'd be with me all day," and and
So
lo and behold, I was prepping for this.
so you had to like bite the bullet. You had to take some heat to then be able to deliver that. Now,
Hmm.
something that people might not know is you actually streamed your wedding.
It was so bad. It didn't go well.
You streamed two very big moments in your life, even if it was just for a couple of minutes. Tell us about why you streamed the wedding and how bad it turned out.
Okay. All right. So I found out that with Streamlabs on your phone, you can live stream.
Yep.
Uh, it's horrible because the audio is way off, and I couldn't figure out how to fix that. Whatever.
Mhm.
I talked to her. I was like, at that time, I had a really good, like, solid community. A lot of them kind of disbanded and like don't even get on Twitch anymore.
Mhm.
But I had a really solid community, and they wanted to see pictures and everything. I was like, why don't we just live stream it? I'll pull up the Streamlabs on my phone,
Mhm.
and we'll live stream it that way. So I started the live stream, and then she calls me. I'm at the place that we're getting married. I'm on the beach
Yeah.
in the area we're getting married, and she calls me, and she's like, "Where are you at?" I was like, "It's right where the construction is. Do you see the construction? Because we're right behind it."
Yeah.
No, I don't see it. All I see is the Ferris wheel. And I looked at the photographer, and he was like, "Yeah, the Ferris wheel is like a half hour the other way." She was 40 minutes late to our wedding. So I started streaming it, and then we had to wait. She got
Ouch.
there. She got there, and we got the married done. But yeah,
Ouch. That
yeah.
that's a story for the books at the end of the day, because one of the things that I've learned about doing this research is, when I keep mentioning it, you are a family man through and through. You love your family. It's your number one priority in life. But you and Marissa are two peas in a pod, because your energy matches her energy. And it's fucking phenomenal to see, like, the photos on your guys' Instagrams, that you guys have the same energy. It seems like you two were meant to be, and I'm so fucking happy for you, like, that everything has kind of turned around since we've been, since I've gotten to know you a little bit more. Everything's turned around for, like, to be in a really good spot for you, because you are a really good dude and you fucking deserve it. The second stream I want to talk about. Now, I guess you could consider this one of the bad things I found, because I questioned it. I'm like, why did you stream from the hospital when she was giving birth? You streamed you streamed on YouTube for a minute and like 40 seconds. It was choppy, but the video was still up on your channel, and I watched it, and I'm sitting there like,
It was on my Twitch.
no, it was on your YouTube.
Oh,
You streamed it
well,
straight from YouTube. You streamed sitting while your wife is in the bed, right, prepping to give birth. And if you guys have to see it, like, if you are hearing me right now, go to No Good's YouTube channel and go watch this minute 40 stream. It's the funniest thing ever.
I feel very small right now.
I could tell. But why did you have the idea to stream that? Like, I get the wedding, people wanted to see the photos and stuff. Giving birth is something a little different in that aspect.
Well, I wasn't streaming the
No, of course.
baby coming out the vajayjay.
Of course.
I mean,
You wouldn't be on Twitch right now if you did.
because I was still new to everything, and I was trying different things out.
I respect
Wanted
it.
to see. I was trying a lot of little things. I tried a lot of different things to see like what brought in an audience,
Yeah. And the minute 40,
and none of it worked.
the minute 40 stream.
None of it worked.
On you. It's just so funny to mention. Like, it's great, and I love the thought behind it. Thank God you started the stream when you did, because I heard that it was an emergency C-section. She did it with a fractured spine. Is your wife a superhero?
It wasn't an emergency C-section, but it was a planned C-section.
Okay. With a fractured spine.
With a fractured spine, yes. She did that while lifting weights.
I'm going to say this once again. Is your wife a superhero, like, in disguise? Bodybuilder, fractured spine, C-section, able to give birth, no problem.
Have you seen her now compared to a year ago?
I saw a photo on your Instagram that you posted more recently of, like, her back and how toned it is. But
Yeah.
not only all of that I mentioned, she also puts up with this.
She's a worker, man. She's a worker. Nobody's gonna outwork her.
I fucking respect that.
If she has a goal and you have the same goal, you put them next to each other, she's gonna outwork you because that's just how she is.
I respect that. We've talked about the marriage, we talked about the kid, but I want to go way back because I believe this happened before you started your content creation journey. How'd you two meet?
Tinder.
This has to have a story for a first date. No way in hell this is just like, yeah, we met on Tinder, we went on a date, we hit it off, now here we are. No way. There has to be something.
Okay. No, it really wasn't anything crazy. We met on Tinder. I was kind of over things because the last girl I had dated, it was weird. The last girl I dated, she ghosted me.
Okay.
Like, she made up this thing that I was like hitting up some stripper. And I'm like, I don't even like strip clubs. Why would I be hitting up a stripper? What are you talking about? It was so weird and so random. And so, like, after letting myself get close there, and then that person just ditching out with some weird excuse and then like blocking me on everything.
Yeah.
I like kind of sheltered away for a bit. And then we met on Tinder. I was hesitant. She was hesitant. She hadn't had any luck. And then we decided to meet one day at a local bar. And she was with her friends, so I went with one of my friends. And we all just hung out. And from there on, like, it really is not even a crazy story. It just...
You got lucky and you found love on Tinder. I have...
Well, I wouldn't call it luck if I went like 4 years of dating.
I need help.
Dating at this age sucks. You don't need help. You don't need to worry about none of that.
I don't want to talk about...
No. What I'm saying is establish yourself. Establish yourself. Get yourself to where you want to be, and then do it. Because as I'm older and a little bit wiser, and you only get wiser from your failures.
Yep.
I'm gonna beat that one into the ground. You get wiser from your failures. I've had a lot of failures.
We talked about it on Sunday. A failure is not a failure if you take a lesson from it. It's as simple as that. But
do the things that you want to do and let it come naturally, because sometimes they control you. Sometimes they tell you what they want you to do and what they don't want you doing. She doesn't do that. Luckily, she doesn't do that.
Well, she's been a big part of your content as well over the past year, but let's start to talk about your content creation properly. We've gone through your personal side of life. You've gone through a roller coaster of stuff, and I mean, you've changed your fashion sense, which is great, but I want to talk about first stream I found of you, Twitch, February 19th, 2021. You've been streaming for just over a year. Right? You, right off the bat, started posting on YouTube, started posting on TikTok. Your first TikTok was March 10th, at least your first public one currently. You might have made some beforehand that you deleted, but you currently have over 600 TikToks, so I don't know. Tell me about that journey into content creation, why you started, why you pressed go live for the first time, and why you've been taking it so seriously from day one all the way up to now.
I started off, so I play on Xbox. I started off by clipping. So I don't know, do you play Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation, yeah. Well,
so I don't know if PlayStation has the same feature, but with Xbox, you hit a button and it'll record the last 30 seconds or however you have it set to.
I can do up to 15 minutes on PlayStation. I remember that.
Okay. So I used to do that, and I made an Instagram account based around that, which is now NoGoodAverageGamer. And it was then, it's just evolved from just game clips. No face, no audio, or no commentary. just the clips. And then I would go through and like I'd do a little bit spicy edits on the clips and things like that. And doing YouTube is something I had wanted to do for years.
Okay.
Could never get myself to do it because I didn't know how I'd be in front of a camera. So I started off doing that with clipping the games. And then I was like, I need to pull the trigger and start streaming. So I started streaming, I think, with my voice, and I was doing it on Mixer. Yeah.
Little Mixer history.
And it was very short-lived and very like hit or miss when I would do it. I didn't have a schedule, nothing like that.
Yeah.
And then Mixer took a dive, and I made the switch over to Twitch, and I added a camera, connected to my Xbox, using my mic for some audio.
Yep.
And it just kept evolving from there. It was supposed to be just a hobby, and then I got really into it. I was really enjoying it. And I always describe it as feeling like I'm back on stage. So doing this, it makes me feel like I'm on a stage again. I'm not singing anymore, but I'm doing other things. Sometimes I'm singing.
Sometimes you're singing.
Sometimes I sing.
It slips out every once in a while. That's still a passion of yours, and it's obvious. But and of course, like you're good at it. So it's not like you're getting negative criticism in a way that's deterring you away from it. But at the end of the day, as a content creator, we face that negative criticism with like, we just take it with a grain of salt and move on from it. If there's actual constructive criticism, we take it, we learn from it. But if somebody's like, "Oh, your stream fucking sucks," there's a button labeled.
I'm just like, I know.
I know. Tell me how to fix it. That's just how it is.
Tell me how to fix it, Capri. Stop telling me I suck and just tell me how to fix it.
Capri tells us we all suck, but will never tell us how to fix. I'm kidding. Capri's fucking great, but a month after you start streaming, like you started on Warzone, you played Warzone for about 4 months straight, streaming 2 to 3 times a week. Then you had a turning point where you started to add more variety to your content. You added GTA, you added Splitgate, you added Jackbox, you added all these other games, and now you're at a point with your streaming that I feel like you are a lot more comfortable. You still do a little bit of gaming, but you've also like you've incorporated variety to your content. But not only that, you're doing your reaction content on YouTube. Your TikToks, you have your streamer talk or your Twitch talk as we call it, but you also have your largest platform being TikTok with over 53,000 followers. You hit 50,000 followers just a month ago.
What's that 10 million view video?
10 million view video. Where do you see yourself in 5 years with your content? And if you don't have an idea for that far, where do you see yourself in a year? Because you're a year in.
Realistically?
Realistically.
I honestly would like to be able to do this to where I can go part-time at my job.
Okay.
So at my job, if you're part-time, you can still get benefits.
Yeah.
So I would work half the hours, but still get the benefits on top of it, the insurance. And then I still go in early, but then I'd leave earlier, and it would give me more time with the family and more time to work on content.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to be there. I would love to be able to do more collaborations with other streamers. So streamers, if you're in the chat and you want to collaborate, let me know. I'm always down to do stuff. I always have to turn down Game Pass Dad, though, because he goes live at like 10 p.m.
Yeah. No, I get that. I like Game Pass and I stream at similar times. Like I go 7 to midnight. He starts at like 10. He's like, "Hey, you want to do this?" And I'm like, if he asks me like last minute, I can't. But if he gives me like a little notice, then I can. I'll adjust around it. But for you, you said you got to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, right? So I want to make sure that you're not going to bed extremely late. We're keeping the podcast an hour and a half roughly. Like if I go an hour 40, I don't think you'll kill me, but
oh no. Like so I stream on Thursdays, and I always go until 10 or a little bit after 10.
Okay. So I'm safe then. We're good.
Oh yeah. You're safe.
So you want to be able to go part-time at your job to be able to do content creation almost full-time at that point. too.
Yeah.
Because you can do full-time content creation and still have a part-time job. That's the boat that I'm in right now. I just got a part-time job. I did my onboarding on Tuesday. I start next Tuesday. I just need that for the extra funds to get me out of debt and to help me pay for like TwitchCon and shit. That's just the reality of life. I've been full-time content creation for 18 months, and my debt's piled up a little bit higher than what I want it to be. But at the end of the day, you got that one goal where you want to go part-time at your job to be
It
able
seems
to
a little
focus.
selfish to me, though.
Not
you
at
know?
all. Not at all. You are a content creator. You are like your passion lies in your content. Your passion doesn't lie driving behind a forklift,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
I dream about running people over a lot, but
I don't blame you. Forklifts look fun as hell to drive. I
they're
drive pallet
fun.
jacks.
They're
That was it.
stressful, though.
Oh, I believe it. I believe you need a license to drive it
Yeah.
in a way. But
Yeah.
is there any other goals that you have set for yourself, let's say a year from now? If you look back 1 year from today, did you hit your goals? And if you look back 1 year from now, will you hit your goals?
You know, I don't know. I don't know if I'll hit my goals. Twitch is a finicky thing.
Very much.
Like it's like I told you, I had like a solid community building up, and then a lot of them disbanded from Twitch. I think a lot of them just got lives and started doing things. I think that's what happens.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us have seen the rise and fall of Twitch numbers.
Yep.
Especially, I know I've seen a lot of people complain about Twitch numbers dwindling.
Recently, yep.
Mm-hmm.
COVID's clearing up. Restrictions are being lifted across all countries. People are going outside again. People aren't stuck
getting
inside.
warm out again.
Viewership has dropped 20% in the past 3 months. That's just across the board on Twitch in general. So this, once again, to any streamers in chat, if you're seeing your numbers dwindle, I get it. As easy as it is to hear, don't focus on the numbers. Sometimes we get caught in them. And especially if you are somebody who likes to look at numbers like me, I could catch myself slipping it, like going down that slippery slope of focusing on numbers, and I always got to pull myself out of it. But especially when you're starting off, especially when you want to hit that next milestone, you know, to go from 0 to 3 average viewers, from 3 to 5, from 5 to 7, 7 to 10, 10 to 15, so on and so forth. There are those milestones and those hurdles that you got to get over, and you got to figure out what you got to do as a content creator to get past those hurdles. It's an ever-growing process. You do need to see the numbers in a way. So if you just hit your 10 average viewers and now all of a sudden you're down to 7, you feel like you just didn't make any progress. If anything, you're going backwards. It's across the board. It's just making it a little harder for us content creators that are taking it seriously. Keep at it. Don't focus on that number. Understand that everybody is dealing with it, but the people that are sticking around are more loyal than ever.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I've gained a lot more, not more loyal, but more followers that are super loyal.
Yeah.
To make them sound like they're dogs.
But
I tell you what, one of my goals, and I want it to happen in the next year, is I want to put together, and I've been talking about this for so long, and I've tried doing it already. I couldn't get anybody to participate. I really want to do a massive paper, rock, scissors battle.
Rock, paper, scissors battle?
Yes.
Like Mr. Beast did.
Did he?
With all the content creators like 2 years ago, yeah.
God damn it.
But he did that with YouTubers. Do it with streamers. Done. Easy.
Okay.
There's your twist. Content creation is
That's
taking
my yoink.
ideas from other content creators and twisting it to make it your own.
Okay.
Right? Want inspiration? Go watch his. It was a live streamed one, but like it was with just YouTube creators. Get inspiration from it. Make it your own. Invite Twitch streamers on. I'd be more than happy to hop on because I will literally win it. I'm a rock, paper, scissors champion. Grade 4, baby.
I need to go watch that and see what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah, like that's the one thing I've learned with YouTube, and one of my prime examples for people I take inspiration from, besides streamers around our size and in our circle, right? Like we got Capri, we got Sori, we got Game Pass, we got Ham, we got you. Like there are streamers I take inspiration from for my content, for stuff I do on stream. I've found that when I see YouTubers who do stream, let's say Ludwig is one of my biggest inspirations, like that I follow his content and see what he does. And some of my most popular offline content has come from shit that he does. He had fan-made games. I played one. I got a video that's got like 13,000 on TikTok right now. That is by far my most viewed video, and that is a Twitch talk video.
Hey, that's still a high number.
That is very high, especially considering the fact that I don't peak above 1,500 on any other video. That one hit 13K. And
Nice.
it was a red herring joke that went on a little too long. I learned from that post. I posted it on Instagram. Like 100 views.
Mm-hmm.
It just
Instagram's a
happens.
beast.
Right? And then I post one clip on TikTok of me winning with the word cunt in Scrabble. Like a Scrabble Battle Royale. I kid you not. Scrabble Battle Royale. I won with the word cunt. My first ever win.
Did it get banned?
No.
They didn't. Oh, okay.
My Instagram reels got 2,500 views, but my TikTok's got like 200. Like
TikTok's a really hard one because they will ban you for anything.
Yep.
And I recently found out why too.
Ooh, interesting.
And
Explain.
it's regional. Everything that they do is regional.
Okay.
So it's regional to your area, and it's regional to your area, but it's also predicated on your viewer base.
Okay.
So if you're in a viewer base that isn't generally around cussing, if the content they absorb
Like
isn't
more
generally around
family-friendly.
cussing,
Yeah.
if you post stuff or go live with a lot of cussing, they're gonna suspend you.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing I've been 18 plus since day one, huh? and everybody I said from Twitch to TikTok knows I'm 18 plus. Whew. But I also know that the regional aspect applies to our Twitch contracts, right? The 18 plus
Does it?
aspect. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a certain content creator that we know of. I'm not going to mention their name. That you wouldn't believe is actually under the age of 18, but can stream in the 18 plus category because they are legal where they live. Their legal age is 16.
Oh.
So
Europe?
because their legal age is 16, they are legally allowed to stream in the mature category.
Is Nicotine under 18?
I don't know, man. I ain't talking about Nicotine, though.
Is it Nick?
It's not Nick. If Nick was under 18, I'd be concerned for my life. That man smoking cigarettes at like 17 on everybody's stream. Nicotine's a gem. I fucking love that dude. Whenever I see him on other people's streams, he is so fucking funny. But
It's a trip.
he's great. Back to the goal topic, because I got a couple last things I want to wrap up here. Is there anything else you see yourself doing? Like you mentioned, rock paper scissors tournament with streamers. Once again, count me in.
I want to do more collaborations. I've kind of looked out in the past, so I veered away from it and went back to gaming. And I switched it up. I went from Warzone to Apex, and Apex has actually served me pretty well in bringing new people in.
Apex is a good shooter to grow in. Oh god, my stream was frozen for a second. We're good.
I've been pretty happy with Apex, and I have a lot of fun with it. But I definitely would like to do more collaborations with other streamers. I like to do more, not IRL, but more just non-game oriented things.
Yeah, like how.
And I have a list of ideas.
Apparently, the first thing that I found out that we collaborated on was Sexy Island.
Yeah, I was hearing you talk about that earlier.
I found that funny because I did not realize that the one person I was chuckling at was you. Like, because of your background.
I said it in somebody else's tweet. I'm always great as a side character, never the main. Always the
I was in
bride.
a Teletubby
Always the
outfit.
maid,
I
never
know
the
how
bride.
you feel. Sorry, go ahead.
I went on to Capri's stuff a few times. I did karaoke. That's where I've got one of my shirts where Capri's hugging my face on a screen.
Yep.
And I went on for his what was it? It was like a child's game show from hell or something like that.
Oh god. Yep.
Where he had Turtley the
Yep.
turtle or whatever the hell it is.
Capri, what's that?
That was fun because I was Fitness Man Greg, and the story behind that too, it just cracks me up because Capri was like, "Hey, I got an idea for you if you want to be on it." I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And he's like, "Okay, you're gonna be like a Fitness Man Greg."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "I got this. Don't worry." Short, took my wife's shorts, put her shorts on, stuffed it with a sock in the center, put a sleeveless a tank top on, put a tank top on, put a bandana across my head, and then I took baby powder, put baby powder all over my nose and stuff. and I just acted geeked out, just completely geeked out.
Why did I miss
I would
that? That's
I
fucking
would go off
hilarious.
I would go off camera, and you could hear me go.
It's just, yep, the fucking hell, and you're like, whoa, just screaming at everybody.
Yep, I come back I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. All right. And I have a clip of it somewhere, and you can see like where Capri knows what I'm about to do, so he clips or he goes off of my screen,
Yep.
and then he goes back, and you can just see him like trying to hold back laughing.
That's one of the funniest things too. Is like Capri does all these segments right on his stream. He does all of these like themed streams, and he tries to be serious through them and stuff like that. And then you'll just get those moments where it's like you or anybody else that just catches him so off guard that he sits there and he just pauses and he smiles and he's like, "Fuck."
That's why I anytime I've ever been brought onto somebody's show, if they don't need to know, I don't tell them what I'm doing.
Yeah. No, that's
Now,
100% fair. Like nobody knew I was gonna be in the Teletubby outfit. And now I'm like known as the Teletubby guy from that stream. Like
That's
anybody
funny.
just sees that sexy islander, like, wait a minute, you were the Teletubby. I'm like, yep, that was me. I had 2 seconds of fame on that YouTube video. And now exclamation point Pete in chat while my sound effects are on literally plays the audio quote from that stream.
That's awesome.
That's it. But
I actually got kicked off of Game Pass Dad's stream because I went a little too far. And then afterwards I was like, hey, yeah, I took that too far. I'm sorry.
oh no.
Because what was it? It was, oh my God. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I told my wife to come on there with me, and then to like, we'll act like we're seriously in love, but then we'll have like these stupid arguments where we really hate each other and just make it look like an absolute toxic relationship. And
oh God.
and it ended up Game Pass Dad was like, he looked at Marissa. He goes, Marissa, are you okay? Do you feel safe? And I covered the microphone, and I turned over to her, and I was like, if you say anything, I'll freaking kill you, you know. And he kicked me as soon as I said that. He's like, nope, 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 nope.
Yeah, I can understand why I went a little too far, but
She was laughing. I was laughing. Game Pass Dad was a little taken back.
And then when you messaged him afterwards, what was his reaction?
Oh, he was cool about it. He was like, yeah, I just can't have that up on my thing. I was like, no, I get it. It was kind of a impromptu thing that I said, and I didn't really think about what I was saying.
Yeah, no, I can also think, because I've had him on the podcast as well, stories that he's talked about, I can understand why he didn't want that on stream as well. But to kind of wrap everything up here, before we get into your favorite segment, trivia,
ooh,
I want to talk about, we've talked about where you might see yourself in a year. I want to talk about what you plan on doing in the next month or two. Like, because like I said, you've kind of reimagined your content on Twitch, right? You've switched away from Warzone. You still might bring it in from time to time, but you're on other people's streams. You want to do more collabs. You have all of these ideas on a list that you're saying, and your offline content is popping the fuck off. What's next before this 1 year goal? What's next for you?
I want my YouTube to start popping off, to be quite honest with you. I want my No Good Reacts to pop off. I have that one video that hit pretty hard. But you know, the whole purpose of me branching out to all these different mediums is to help grow the Twitch.
Yep. Because
I like interacting with people. Even when I'm playing games, I would rather interact with people and just chat rather than playing games. Dude, LaCroix make me burp.
That's fine.
So I want to grow the Twitch and grow back into a community where I can go back to just chatting.
Yep.
And hang out with people. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like a hangout session. And that's what I love about it. It's my communicating with others. It's having fun with others. I like playing games with them, playing Jackbox games, words on stream, things like that. Things where they can interact along with me.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying doing the reaction videos. And part of me almost thought about taking a break from streaming and focusing solely on YouTube for a little while. But then it's like I feel like if I do that, I'm just gonna backtrack tremendously, and I don't really want to do that. So
Yeah.
not going to. I'm hoping I can grow the YouTube and it'll help grow the Twitch, and then it'll all kind of work together.
Mm-hmm. But
But and I bet a lot of people say that they want to make partner.
yeah.
I don't even know if that's. I just want to have 50 viewers in my stream, 40, 50 viewers.
Do you want to hit YouTube
That'd be.
partner?
Don't be YouTube partner.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can
1,000 subs,
because
4,000 watch hours.
yeah, but I have like most of my videos are copyrighted. There are copyright claims on them, so that puts you in
Really?
a bad bracket. Um, I can like those guys have a hard time making money,
Yeah.
except if they have sponsors.
Yep.
If they have sponsors, that's how they make a lot of their money because most of that stuff ends up getting copyright claims,
Yep. Nah,
and
I
it's just
understand
so
that.
hard to get around that. So having a reaction channel is really it's purely for the love of doing it,
I
just
respect.
the love of talking about movies and music.
Yeah, just all your interests, and hopefully people that have the same mutual interests will pop in and share that excitement with you.
Hmm.
I respect that. Is
And
there
I
any?
honestly, I'd love to find movie lovers and start doing movie like streams where we talk about movies
Mm-hmm.
and streams where we talk about music and things like that. Because the things that you love are the things that are going to grow.
Yeah. No, like 100%. If you love streaming, people will notice it. People will come. That's one of the things that I stand behind, and it shows. It genuinely shows when you are interested, invested, and you love something that you do. With your
Mm.
content, it is very obvious that you enjoy doing this. You love doing this, and the amount that you put out is realistically second to none. As a single individual, like by yourself, you put out more than anybody else that I know, and for that, that's fucking commendable. I want to give you like massive respect and props for that.
I appreciate that because I'm not tooting my horn
Yeah.
by any means because my Twitch numbers they don't show for it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's fine. So I'm not tooting my horn, but I was thinking about that. I'm like, I'm doing a lot of different platforms. I'm reaching out in a lot of different platforms. My growth is not as good as some of these other people, and that's fine. I'm perfectly fine. But then I started thinking, like, who else is putting out this much content on different platforms, hitting up all these different platforms?
Yeah.
And so it was just one of those things where I was just like, am I doing too much? Or is it just enough? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, am I burning the candle at both ends?
If I were to give my 2 cents, I do feel like you have your eggs in, like, let's say you have 10 eggs, you have one egg in different baskets, like one egg per
Yeah.
basket, right? While some
Yeah.
people, everybody says don't put all your eggs into your Twitch basket. I
Mhm.
100% agree with that. If I have 10 eggs, I would probably say like 7 of them are in the Twitch basket, though. Like, that's just
Yeah.
for me. That's what I've been doing since day one. And, like, I can't say if it's working or not. My definition of success is different from others. I will say for me, I am successful. Like, I'm on the track to success for me, in my eyes.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it for sure.
Right? To others, they might say, oh, no, you could be doing better. They compare me to other people. I don't give a shit about that. Like, my opinion is the one that matters the most. If people want to agree or disagree with it, that's perfectly fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I'll focus on mine the most. But I'm like open to criticism. If anybody's got pieces of advice that they feel like will help me, I'm always open to listen to that kind of stuff.
Right.
With you, like, you have 2 YouTube channels, you have 2 TikToks, you have your Twitch, you have your Instagram. Like, your Instagram's popping. You got like almost 9,000 followers on that alone, right? And that's a platform that you've had for quite a while, and you've also had success with multiple reels and posts and stuff like that. Get a lot more views than normal, but with with everything that you have and everything that you do, it does take, and also family is a big one in work. It does take away from your Twitch. It takes away from your streaming a little bit, because when I looked at your schedule, or not your schedule, but when I looked at your streaming history, because I do that with every single guest I bring on to find out when you started, it was very sporadic, and that's not a bad thing. It's the consistency that stops you. You are consistent on all your other platforms.
Dude, take a moment to acknowledge that.
Poke. This is going to make it into the podcast on YouTube and Spotify. Poke, we are recording a podcast. I will acknowledge that fully afterwards. But a quick thing is thank you for the 50 gifted. Poke!
50 gifted. Sup, Poke?
I love how, like, choppy it was because of Discord, too. Poke, thank you for that. If you stick around for about 20 minutes, I want to be able to give you a proper thank you because you've done so much in the past week. Like, I want to kiss you. But to add on to my point there, that one shocked me. To add on to my point, the consistency is key on Twitch from what I've learned.
Yeah.
Even though we haven't, like, we've been in the same circle, but we haven't chatted as much as I feel like we should have. You might know I stream like every single day.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, no streamer should ever do that. And I've learned that the hard way through experience. I won't say I'm failing. It's not a failure that I stream every single day. I enjoy doing what I do. I found a way to incorporate, my love for gaming, but also into streaming, right? To where I can have a game 3-4 days a week, but then I still have my extra content. I have the podcast every Thursday, right? That is consistent. That is scheduled, right? My Waste of Warzone Wednesday, even though I tell people Warzone, I get that nobody wants to watch it. The banter's the funniest thing on those streams. Yep. I get drunk. I play with my best friends that I know IRL. Like, we're going to be making fun of each other the entire time because we don't mean it, but it's going to be funny, right? And I stand behind that because some of my funniest clips, in my opinion, have come from Warzone.
The death mics or whatever you call it are just fantastic. Always fantastic.
Incredible. Tomorrow, Master teaches Trolleyzz. Master Chief. Master teaches Trolleyzz. It's a segment I started a month ago. This is the Cuphead edition with Kirby TVOK. Right? Or Kirby CWL for some of you who might have known him for longer like that.
Aw, Kirby's a sweetheart.
Kirby's a gem. Like, I have all these different kind of things that my schedule of 7 days a week usually is filled with something different every single day. Now with this part-time job, it is teaching me, even though I haven't technically started it yet, it's teaching me that what I've been thinking about for the past few months, I'm actually going to have to do, and that's cut down a couple days a week. And I feel like when I do that, I'll be able to drop an extra egg into a basket of, let's say, YouTube, or Hover, or TikTok, or Instagram, or anything else. I will have that extra time because I worked 4 hours that day and I'm not going to stream that night. I officially have a whole stream. I can be on somebody else's stream. I could be doing offline exclusive content. I could be brainstorming new, improved, and over-the-top content from what I'm normally doing now. Right? That little bit of extra time can go a long way. And I feel like with you having 2 YouTubes, 2 TikToks, the Instagram, Hover, because we didn't even talk about Hover yet, and your Twitch, you have more platforms, or more accounts, I should say, than anybody I know. And I'm not saying to, like, just stop doing anything with them, but figure out where your consistency should lie. And I feel like that should go for everybody. Your consistency currently lies on your biggest platform, which is TikTok, which is fine, and I recommend to do that. But think about the traction from TikTok to Twitch. That is the lowest conversion rate. And
there's no conversion rate from TikTok to Twitch.
And I know that
whoever said you have to post on TikTok to get the conversion is full of shit.
My buddy has 500,000 on TikTok. He started the stream. He got 400 followers and then nothing. From 500,000 followers, he got 400 people to tune into his Twitch. Or like to follow his Twitch.
But they're not there.
They're not there.
Right.
Maybe only like 3 or 4 are actually there. So the conversion rate was less than 1% to follow and then less than 1% to watch of the follow. Like,
it's because TikTok is for the ADHD.
Yes, very much so.
It's for the short attention span, and people. A lot of people don't know what Twitch is, and they're too afraid to download it. And
Give
and
it a
check it
shot.
out. It's really weird to me. It's like you guys will download anything else, but I don't know what Twitch is. Never heard of it. I'm not gonna download it.
Yep.
It's really
Yep.
weird.
Twitch has been around longer than TikTok. Been around longer than, I mean, not Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, but Twitch has been around for a decade.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're on the social media world, you should pretty much know what every major platform is, and Twitch is a major platform. In my honest opinion, if you are consuming short form content, you should know what Twitch is for long form content. But everybody knows YouTube. And I get that, don't get me wrong, and that's why people argue that streaming on YouTube is better than streaming on Twitch. For me, I feel like the Twitch culture is the best, by far, for streaming. And when you're talking about streamers, the first place that comes to mind is Twitch. When you know you're talking about streamers. Right? Streaming on YouTube is getting better and better and better and better. They just added gifted subs or gifted memberships, right? But they're in a weird spot. The discoverability is terrible.
I mean, it's
on
still bad on
streams.
Twitch as well.
Yeah,
but
the discoverability is
YouTube,
next to none.
You have to be an avid live watcher on YouTube for them to even promote live channels to you. And I rarely ever come across a live channel.
The only one I ever see is Ludwig.
And that's because you watch his content.
And I have notifications on for him. That's it. Other than that, like, if Mr. Beast is ever doing one of those kind of things, I have notifications on for him. I see the live. But that's like once every 2-3 months. But other than that, any other person I am sub to, Courage, Valkyrie, just to name a couple, I don't see them on my feed. When
I never see Tim on my feed.
I don't see Tim on my feed. I don't see all these creators that have gone over to YouTube on my feed, but I'm subbed to them. Just doesn't make sense.
I never
every
see
once in a
when
while
they're
I'll
live.
see a Tim one. I will admit, every once in a while, but that's only when I'm consuming a lot of Warzone content. But realistically, I'm not. Not a lot anymore. But here comes another ramble trade that we just did. I want to wrap everything up. I want you to talk about the points that I said in regards to your eggs in a basket metaphor. What do you like? You want to focus on your YouTube. What do you feel like you got to do to focus on it more? What is your goal to focus on your YouTube? Because we didn't get to that point. You just said I want to focus on it.
I need more time. I just need more time is really what it is. And it's a guilt thing.
Yeah.
Because every time I'm sitting here, I'm taking away from my family. So it's a guilt thing.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm sitting at this desk, I'm not spending that time with my family. But I look at it from an artistic standpoint, a creation standpoint, and I also look at it for future monetization as well. And that's how I'm able to justify sitting here, because it's like, if I do what I love and I do it well, eventually it'll have a little bit of monetization where it gives back to my family.
Yeah. And it can set up their future.
I don't want money to be the factor in it. I don't want that to be the factor. But we all know if you love doing something, why not get paid doing it?
Yep.
And we all enjoy the fact that it pays. Now, nobody can deny that you enjoy the fact that it pays.
Oh, of course.
But especially if you have a family, because then I can justify taking the time away to do it. But I'm doing something that I love doing. I'm creating. To me, this is my art. This is the art that I get to create. And I've done art all through my life. I've done drawings, paintings, all sorts of stuff all through my life, music. And this just feels like I'm back on stage. I'm trying to entertain, whether people are entertained or not. There's some that are, and there's some that aren't. That's okay.
Can't entertain everybody.
But I would like to be able to put more into my No Good Reacts channel. But I would also like to grow my Twitch. I'm not saying partner level, because that's not where my mind's at. I'm thinking like increments.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people have, and I think people have unrealistic goals.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
A lot of the times. I think there's people that are just like, I'm going to have partner in a year. And then you go and you look at their content and you're like,
you're not partner level.
Not unless you're going to change something.
Yeah. And I get that.
But for me, I just want to do better than my last stream. I don't need to be as big as Teeny, as big as Capri. I don't need to be a Tim the Tap Man, things like that.
Yeah.
What I need to be is better than my last one. And that's growth to me. Doing better each time is growth to me.
I like that.
Doing better on my YouTube videos, having more views on my YouTube videos, having reactions, because I go through all the comments on my TikTok, on my YouTube. I go through all the comments and I react to the ones that are necessary to react to.
Yeah.
I'll reply to them, and I try to pride myself on doing that, and especially with my community, where a lot of the times I'll go into my whispers and I'll hit up people like, "Hey, thanks for being there," or "Hey, thanks for resubbing or
Yeah.
for the subscription or following," things like that. I try to communicate with people, and I don't know what am I trying to say. I like the interaction.
Yeah. You like being able to communicate with the community that you've been building, and you just wanted that to continue as you grow. But you want to grow, like that.
Yeah, yeah.
As a content creator, if you say you don't want to grow, you're lying.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I
Especially when
want
you
to
take it
grow to the
seriously.
point where I can do things with my chat again, where we can play games together, where we can interact together. I love doing that stuff, is interacting with my chat. Or even, like I said, collaborating with other streamers, where it can be a fun time and chat can watch and have fun
Yep.
and hopefully be able to partake. When I originally wanted to do the paper rock scissor, I was telling people like, you don't have to be a streamer. Just download Discord on your phone or on your computer.
Hmm.
That's all you need. You don't even have to be a streamer. Just join this and let's have fun.
Yeah. And that's all that Twitch is about. Like, as long as you have fun with it, in my opinion, that's all that matters. And if you can get paid for having fun, you're living the dream life. But the dream life does come with a lot of work behind it when you do start to take it
Oh, dude.
seriously. And that is the misconception for a lot of people who just get into it. And that's why 90% of streamers fail within the first year. There is a reason why you are here. No good. There is a reason why you are still streaming. There's a reason why you're still producing content. You have not
Because I'm
failed.
relentless.
Yeah, you have not failed in any way, shape, or form when it comes to your content. Maybe people have dispersed. Oh, well, they get a life. That is life. We can't
Yeah.
control people.
All streamers do that.
All streamers, right? You are one of the best content creators on all platforms right now, and I want you to continue to be the best that you can be. Go take care of what you got to take care of. This man just walked off screen. Why'd you walk away? Why'd you walk away?
Thank you for the compliment.
Oh, shut up. But to wrap everything up, trivia. I've said to wrap everything up like 3 times, but to actually do it, the final segment, trivia. The thing that you've been kind of looking forward to, I feel like, because you said, ooh, I love trivia. I have 15 questions.
Okay.
12 are standard.
Okay.
3 are catered. 1 has a bonus point. So technically,
I was catered. Am I going to get food?
No. Catered to your interests.
I'm hungry.
So am I. I'm literally grabbing my dinner after this.
Bitch!
But there are some rules to the trivia. But actually, I didn't even show this. But I'm gonna wrap up with it. You know what? No, like when we're doing the closing remarks, I'm gonna use that. But I have all the questions. There's a couple rules. Number 1, chat cannot help you. Chat's now an official emote only. I take the first answer that you confidently say per question. You cannot skip a question. If you say, I don't know if it's this or this, that's fine. But if you say it's this, can't change your answer.
Okay.
You can take your time, just don't start Googling shit.
Yeah, I'll get the phone now. Let's do this.
What sport do the Harlem Globetrotters play?
Basketball.
What is the highest grossing holiday movie of all time?
Die Hard.
I will say Die Hard does not count. I want to make like an actual holiday movie.
Home Alone.
What does the term GPU stand for? Talking about PC parts.
Yeah. Oof. I knew it. I can't remember it.
I need an answer.
Gross penis underneath.
Which painter is known for cutting off his own ear?
Van Gogh.
How many balls are on a pool table at the start of a game?
Oh fuck. Wait. 8.
You said 8, confident.
9.
You said 8 confidently. I'm taking 8.
God
Which
damn.
animal breathes out of its butt? Insects
Breathes
don't
out
count.
of its butt?
Yep.
A trolley?
What is a perfect score in a game of 10-pin bowling?
Wait, what?
What is a perfect score in a game of 10-pin bowling?
Oh, God. How much is one? 100? I don't.
What is James Bond's preferred drink of choice?
Shirley Temple.
If you are born on Christmas Day, what is your star sign?
Oh, my God. Where's Elon Musk when I need him? I don't. Sagittarius?
In what book series does Neville Longbottom appear?
Neville Longbottom. I know. Is it the Lion Witch in the Wardrobe? I don't know.
What is the first element on the periodic table?
That's a dumbass question. Why would you ask a streamer that? How many people got this right?
2 so far on the recorded episodes.
Oh my
Well,
God,
5.
Carbon.
When was the first iPhone released? What year? I'll give it to you within one.
Within 1 year?
Yeah, within 1 year above or below.
The first iPhone?
Yeah, the first iPhone.
2006?
What was the name of the first Battlefield? Bonus points if you could name the year it came out within one.
The first Battlefield?
What was the name of it?
Oh man. Battlefield. Is it Bad Company?
Okay. What year did it come out? Within one, I'll give it to you.
Oh shit, I don't know. 2010.
What town was named in honor of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway?
What town was
What
named?
town in Indiana is named after the speedway? You should know
Named
this.
after the Speedway? Maybe I just don't understand the question.
What? So what town in Indiana
Yeah.
is named in honor of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway?
Indianapolis?
I'll give you the slightest hint. It is a tourist attraction.
Tourist attraction?
Like
Do
of
we
a,
have tourist attractions around
of
here?
a city. Yeah, it's a tourist attraction.
What
is the city name?
Brown County? Should I know this? Like what?
I feel like you should if you live there.
Oh man.
Because you're gonna hate yourself when I tell you the answer.
It's named after
The Indianapolis Motor Speedway. What is the city named? Not the city that houses the speedway.
Right. I don't know. Fuck. This is gonna drive me nuts.
I feel like it will until I tell you it.
It's gonna piss me off, isn't it?
'Cause I know somebody in chat is screaming right now.
He's from Indiana. It's named after the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Yep. If it helps at all, I keep saying like city and town. It is a town.
I don't know. Carmel.
Where can people go to find your Twitch?
NoGoodAverageGamer, all one word.
I was hoping for the URL, but that works too because you have the longest name in Twitch history. Even longer than Game Past That, which is 3 words. You got 4.
You want twitch.com/NoGoodAverageGamer?
.com.
Or I'm sorry. Twitch.tv/NoGoodAverageGamer.
That's a little
There
better.
you go.
All right. How well do you think you did?
Horribly.
Okay. Is there any score you want to know before I give you yours? Anybody who you might have known who's been on here.
Nah, you can just go with mine.
All right. You started off strong. What sport did Harlem Globetrotters play? Basketball. 1. What is the highest grossing holiday movie of all time? Because I told you Die Hard doesn't count, Home Alone is correct. You were actually the first person on recorded episodes to get that right.
This Home Alone is boss.
It's the best fucking holiday movie of all time. What does the term GPU stand for? Graphics Processing Unit. You didn't get it. It's not gross penis under.
I don't have one of those.
Neither do I. Which painter is known for cutting off his own ear? Van Gogh. This is where we go downhill. How many balls are on a pool table at the start of a game? 16.
Is it what?
You're thinking billiards. All right, not billiards. You're thinking of the 9-ball pool. Like standard pool is 16. 15 plus cue ball.
Wait, what did you ask? What did you ask?
How many balls are on a pool table at the start of a game? Standard game is 15, where you got to pocket 7 striped or solid, and then the 8-ball. So 15 plus cue ball is 16.
Okay.
Which animal breathes out of its butt? You got the T correct. It's a turtle.
They breathe out of their butt?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. What is a perfect score in a game of 10-pin bowling? It is 300.
Yeah, well.
What is James Bond preferred drink of choice? It's a martini.
Shaken, not stirred.
There you go. If you were born,
that was one of those that I knew I should have known, but
yeah.
I couldn't. It was on the tip of my tongue.
You're a
and
movie buff, and I'm like, how did he get this wrong? If you were born on Christmas Day, what is your star sign? It's Capricorn. You were one off. I am a Sag. It starts. I don't care about star signs, but I think Capricorn starts like the 22nd or something like that. In what book series does Neville Longbottom appear? You're gonna kick yourself in the ass. It's Harry Potter.
I was gonna say Harry Potter. Damn it! I never read the books and I never watched the movies.
Same here. What is the first element on a periodic table? It's hydrogen. And when was the first iPhone released? What year? Within one, you got it. It's 2007. You said 2006. Now you're gonna kick yourself in the ass. What was the name of the first Battlefield? Battlefield 1942. Came out only on PC and Mac OS in 2002.
42 was the first one?
20-year anniversary of the first Battlefield is this year.
Really?
Yep, and that's why I chose that question.
Damn, I didn't realize that. So I didn't start playing until Battlefield 3.
That's fair. That's fair. I figured you might have heard about a 20-year anniversary for Battlefield 1942. Because Bad Company, I believe, is like the third. It's the first one to come to consoles. Or something like that.
Bad Company.
Also, I should get this out of a mode only so people can laugh. What town is named in honor of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway? I'm going to tell you this right now. I told you the answer about 15 times. This town name is Speedway.
There's a town called Speedway?
That is in honor of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That is a tourist attraction for like cars and motorcycles alike that drives over 45,000 people a year, I believe, was the statistics.
There's a town called Speedway?
There is a town called Speedway that is named in honor of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
That's just dumb. I'm looking this up right now. Good Christ, there is a town called Speedway. It's...
Please tell me it's like an hour from you.
Yeah, because it's close to Indiana, so it's... Or it's close to Indy.
Yeah.
So it's like a 3-ish hour drive.
That's not too bad. What, like halfway across the
state? Yeah, Indy is like a 2-hour drive.
Okay.
And it looks like this is like right outside Indy.
Yeah. Final where people go and find your Twitch. You fucked it up like 4 times, but you got the point. So remember how you said you're like a 5 out of 10? You got 5 out of 16.
Hey!
You still got the 5. There we go.
Yeah! Bitch!
God damn it. No good average gamer. And 5 out of 16 because I like to keep track of everybody because eventually I want to bring people on for Trolleyzz Trivia, which we've done a couple episodes of, and I want to make sure people have roughly the same score, so it makes it more fun. And at that point, you can potentially win a cash prize. But
ooh, I like trivia games.
This podcast is free, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I took your time. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude today's podcast.
I'm all about it, dude. I like doing this. I like jumping on.
Podcasts are so much fun to do. Been doing them for over a year now, and it's like I I should have started recording them and posting them sooner, but I kind of considered it like season 0, if that makes sense, for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first year, and we did 39 episodes,
Oh
and
wow.
now we're on episode 7 of the recorded ones. So like I genuinely really enjoy doing this, and I don't know. This is like one of the things I look forward to in a week, and when I can't do it, it's upsetting, and I try my best to like incorporate it every single week, even if it doesn't have to be on a Thursday or whatever, based on people's schedules. But this is gonna conclude the podcast today. You've been an amazing guest. I'm glad that we were able to dive into a little bit of the history books for you, from your band history to your wedding proposal to you streaming your wife giving birth, all the way up to where you are currently. Tell us what's going on with you in the near future, what we can expect from you, and anything else you want to plug or talk about. The floor is yours.
Yeah. I have about 3 reaction videos that I'm currently working on at the same time right now for my YouTube, which is No Good Reacts. On YouTube.
Top link in his direct.me.
Yes. Yeah. You can find all my socials in the direct.me. You got my, I don't even know if my hover's in there though.
I
So
don't think
hover
so.
is, what's that?
I don't think so. But I've had your hover below your name this whole time. On hover, it's just no good.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, on hover, my name is just No Good. So you can find all my socials on the direct me. Sorry, I can't think. I've got 2 YouTube channels, 2 TikToks, about to start a 3rd one, completely different, but nobody's gonna know it's me. Trust me.
Okay.
I have an idea. I want to have some fun with.
Okay.
But like I said, nobody's gonna know it's me. Um, Instagram, No Good Average Gamer. I'm always posting on there. Right now, it's just focusing on the No Good Reacts and Twitch. I like making the reaction videos, and I love streaming. And I stream every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I normally go for about 2 hours. I try to go for about 2 hours. I gotta wake up early, so.
Yeah.
But other than that, we're going into the summer. My kids are gonna be out of school. I don't know if I'm gonna be. Aw. I don't know if I'm gonna be pulling back at all. I don't really want to because I love doing this. I absolutely love doing it. So look forward to more videos on No Good Reacts and Flamingo. Have you been here this whole time?
For a good portion of it.
Flamingo's my boy. He's a super hardcore community member / friend. He's
Big
become
shout
a
out
good
to
friend.
Flamingo.
So I love having Flamingo around. Oh, dude, I didn't even see. He's been commenting. Oh
These are
God,
photos I didn't even get to
these
use.
are so old.
Yeah.
This is when my first son was born, and he's 9 now.
That's
So going on 10, so it's about 10 years old.
It's insane to think about how quick time flies when you're having fun and living life, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And by the way, if anybody does any music, I'm always down to collaborate on music stuff too. And I've been thinking about that. I talked to Spooger. I was like, dude, if we learned a bunch of covers together, we could do a live cover show through Discord onto Twitch.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun to do.
That'd
Things
be
like
pretty
that.
cool. Just get a few musicians together and then you guys are good. I know there's a couple drummers. That's pretty easy to find.
Dude, that's never easy to find.
What do you mean? I can
Good
get you
drummers are at least not around here.
I can message you too. Like that are streamers or content creators in general. I can message you too. Kirby's one of them.
Is Kirby a drummer?
Kirby drums.
That makes sense now. Now that you say that, it makes sense.
The other one's Hayden.
Yeah, okay. I knew Hayden did because he actually streams it too.
Yeah. Kirby's now on YouTube, but he still streams his drumming content on Twitch from time to time, so.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't know that.
he does like live covers and shit like that. But that's gonna conclude today's podcast. Joe, you've been an
Yes.
amazing guest. Thank you once again for taking the time out of your day to hop on here. I will be talking to you soon about some other content that I want to collaborate with you on.
Ooh,
But
okay.
other than that, I'm gonna go let you rest for tonight. Go have time or go spend some time with the family before you have to go to sleep. And I will talk to you another time.
All right. Thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it. This was fun.
I'm glad. You have a good night, dude.
All right, bud. You too.